in your opinion, do we need supplements on a plant-based diet?
Well, I don't think there's anybody in the world would say you wouldn't. There wouldn't be one person in the world. There's some crazy people out there, but it's pretty well recognized that a plant-based diet is inadequate in vitamin B12.
Right.
Yeah. And now it's becoming overwhelmingly evident from most normal, responsible people that the plant-based diet is giving you inadequate levels for most people of omega-3 fatty acids called EPA and DHA.
Okay. So with that being said, obviously I take a B12 supplement and have for a long time. But in addition to that, because you were focusing on the omega-3s earlier, so you would say in addition to so there's a lot of,
there's some other nutrients like zinc and iodine. Zinc is not optimized on a plant-based diet. For optimal health and longevity, you take a little extra zinc. And some people need more vitamin D. They're not outside and getting their skin burnt from the sun or wrinkled. And then iodine, if you don't salt your food, you're not eating seaweed. If you're not constantly eating seaweed or seafood, your iodine could be low. So my supplements that I have supplements that I sell to people who are following my recommended way of eating, that have zinc and iodine and B12 and vitamin D and K2, that I have what I think a higher dose of B12, what I think plant-based eaters should be taking. And then I make a liquid supplement of EPA and DHA that we keep refrigerated and we pack it in glass to make it fresher, a higher quality product than less expensive, more room temperature, more potentially rancid products that you would buy at a health food store. So I have a higher quality EPA and DHA supplement that only makes it higher quality is that we keep it in glass and we keep it refrigerated. It's the same stuff as the cheaper stuff, but they don't keep it refrigerated and they don't keep it in glass. But in any case, and you supplement with the amount you need to match what the blood test says you need, right? So optimize your blood test. Because another study came out in 2025 showing that people comparing the most favored level above 8 to an unfavored level below 4, 90% difference in heart attack risk.
Wow.
Equating to the risks of smoking cigarettes,
Good grief.
having a low level. And
just having a lower level was the equivalent.
Lower level was the equivalent of, and we know from the 7-day advanced health study too, that those with a lower level have all these later life neurologic deficits too. And increased the risk of dementia and increased risk of Parkinson's compared to people who are not on who are eating animal products, because they probably are eating more seafood or have more exposure to the preformed EPA and DHA that a lot of people need. There are some individuals that can make enough on their own, but it's genetically determined, and most people don't make enough to be protective.
Wow. Golly. I got to be honest with you. This is, like I said, I've been following a whole food plant-based diet for 13 years now, and there are just things on here that are just kind of blowing. And I've followed a lot of your recipes, and I'm sitting here going, I didn't follow close enough. On some of but this is just really, it's making me want to go take stock and go, wait a minute, I got to go itemize a list here, because I was like, this has just been, it's not only been educational and encouraging, but it's been challenging for me. So, golly, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little uneasy. But that's good. Wow. Well, Dr. Fuhrman, we're coming up on an hour. I would love to. But all the supplements you're talking about, they can get at your website, right?
Yes, I do sell supplements on my website that I procured for the specific reason of trying to supply the people that follow me and are taking my advice, so they know exactly what to take to make sure they don't get into trouble.
Okay. I tell you what I want to do, guys, because this is a live and I didn't get it in the description. After this, and this gets posted, we are going to put a link to Dr. Fuhrman's site and the supplements and everything there. And is there somebody was asking about your retreats? Is there a schedule at drfuhrman.com of when you do the retreats?
I shut down my retreat in October of this year. But I no longer have the month retreat available where people can come and stay with me for a month. But I do have a 1-week retreat coming up in the first week in September at Paradise Point here in San Diego. We're going to have a great time, a great vacation. with tennis and surf, and water sports and games and scavenger hunts and lectures and teachings. And we're having a big event. And so you can go to the website where drfuhrman.com where it says events, and you can see the more information about our vacation, our planning our next event.
Right. Man, I may try to come to that. So
yeah, it'd be great, because mostly it's learning, but it's also a lot of fun and building relationships with people and getting to know people who eat the same way you eat and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've kind of noticed about you. You seem to be a relational guy. I mean, you seem to really put a lot of stock into that. I mean, even when the introduction was made between the two of us, I mean, I couldn't believe. I mean, you just responded, and you're like, whatever you need to do. It seems like your passion comes through, and there really is that relational element. I mean,
Thank you.
I mean. I don't know if it just seems like it's a very natural flow, but this is, I don't know. I felt like I've kind of known you for a while now.
That's great.
They always say when you should never meet your heroes because you might be disappointed, but I've not been disappointed at all. If anything, I've been more encouraged, and you've talked to me like a close friend, like, hey, go get your act together. What are you doing? So, well, hey, real quick, I did pull a couple of questions from some people that wanted to ask you before we close out. Would that be okay?
Of course.
Okay. Let's see. Marion asked just a simple question. She said, can this diet help with osteoporosis?
Yes, it does, but it's not. But osteoporosis is predominantly caused by weak muscles and weak bones. Means it's basically treated with exercise more than diet, right? And you have to do impact exercise like jogging and pace, picking up your knees. But in my office in San Diego, we have a medical practice here, me and my daughter, and we have this new high-tech machine called the lymph machine. The lymph machine is LIMFA, and it builds back new bone.
Okay.
Actually, reverses osteoporosis.
Wow.
So the answer is we use diet, we use exercise, and we use the lymph machine to restore new bone and to protect against osteoporosis, because we don't want to give people medications that cause heart disease. The medications you get from your doctor for osteoporosis can damage your heart and cause atrial fibrillation or even heart attacks.
Okay.
So medical care for osteoporosis is dangerous, and those drugs have never been allowed on the market to begin with.
Wow.
It's like taking a drug to make your muscles stronger. Your bones get stronger in relation to your muscle strength. But in any case, yes.
Okay. So basically you're saying exercise is the
main thing. Sure, you have to have adequate calcium, have a good diet and not eat junk and excess salt that's going to weaken. But in any case, it's still mostly exercise that's going to build back your bones. And if your osteoporosis needs treatment, we have ways we can treat it without drugs.
Okay. But the answer is not more calcium in milk.
No.
Okay. Someone asked, and I feel like this always comes up because there's so many questions. What is your thought on the high protein craze? I feel like I know that, but somebody's asking on that, but how much do we actually need? So
it's very important that people understand the amount of corroborative evidence. This is what I mean is that there's a slew of studies, more than 10, that are major studies that have been published in the last 5 years. And they all show the same thing. And this is what these studies show. They show that as the person's diet contains increasing amounts of animal protein, their lifespan goes down in direct proportion to that. Mm-hmm. And as their diet contains increasing amount of plant protein, their lifespan goes up. It's undebatable that eating less animal protein, eating more plant protein leads to longer lifespan. And what does the word plant protein mean? It means green vegetables, beans, and nuts and seeds. That's what it means, because those are the 3 plant foods that are high in protein. Mm-hmm. There's 5 plant foods, right? There's grains, there's fruit, and there's beans, nuts and seeds, and there's vegetables, right?
Right.
So green vegetables are high in protein. Beans are very high in protein, more than some meat. And greens are high in protein, and nuts and seeds are high in protein. But when you eat greens, beans, and nuts and seeds, you're not just getting the protein adequacy, you're also getting a host of other protective phytochemicals that extend lifespan in the process, and you're getting the beneficial fats and the beneficial fibers and the beneficial phytochemicals. So it's pretty clear here. So the answer is, yeah, worry about protein. Eat more green vegetables, which are high in protein. Eat your beans and greens at lunch and eat your beans and greens at dinner. Because if you eat your beans and greens, you're getting a ton of protein. And you don't have to count it or weigh it out. Just eat a quarter cup of beans at each meal with a nice serving of green vegetables, and have an ounce of nuts with each meal.
Wow. So you're basically just saying if you do what you're saying and eat and get adequate calories, nutrient calories, you're going to get enough protein.
You'll get exactly the amount. And I've measured it out many times. You get about 25 grams of protein for every 500 calories on this diet.
Wow.
So if you require 1,500 calories, you're getting about 75 grams of protein. If you're a woman and you only require 1,100 calories, you're still getting about more than 50 grams of protein. And so your protein need is proportional to your caloric needs. If you require more calories, you require more protein. If you require less calories, you require less protein. So don't worry about it.
That's the question. Okay, so right there, what you just said, and I want people to hear this. So can you say that again? Your protein needs are based on your caloric needs, or how do you?
If I'm LeBron James and I'm 6'10" and I'm thin and muscular and I'm exercising, I may need 4,000 calories a day. Now, for all the exercise, he needs a lot more protein, but he needs 4,000 calories. He's getting 25 grams per 500 calories. He's getting tons of protein he's eating more beans, more vegetables, more nuts and seeds, eating more food than we eat. He's getting all the protein. I used to be a professional athlete too. And I had to eat, now I eat about 1,500 calories a day. I had to eat 3,000 calories a day when I was an athlete. And I was getting double the protein because I was eating double the food, right?
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, but if you're a little old lady and you're 5 feet 1 inch tall and you're not doing that much exercise, maybe your caloric need is only about 1,000 calories a day. And then your protein need is under 50 grams a day of protein. So you still got to eat the same. So it's not something you have to be concerned about. You're getting about 0.8. So the people are saying you need like, an eighth of a gram of protein per kilogram of body weight or something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And some people are arguing more or less, but the whole thing is ridiculous. The point is, it's where you get your protein from, the exact amount of protein, and maintaining your strength and your musculature, but in the context of low body fat, right? Forget about maintaining. So people are overly concerned with not losing any muscle mass because they have to maintain an excess amount of calories to maintain their muscle mass, but then they have too much body weight and too much fat. It's less important to maintain your muscle mass. It's more important to get the fat off your body, even if it means shrinking some muscle mass down.
Wow. Dr. Fuhrman, this has been this has been challenging, encouraging, and just funny and just informative. It's been everything I hoped it could have been. So I cannot thank you enough for doing this and taking the time. And I'm just watching the comments blow up. I mean, I wish we just could. I'm going to keep some of these questions, but thank you so much, and for all that you do and continue to do, and just your willingness to come on and answer these questions. I mean, it really, I do believe it is changing. It changed my life. I mean, I really do not believe I would be here. I mean, I really wouldn't. My wife doesn't believe I'd be here either. And we had 5 kids. So, Dad needs to be around. Yeah. So, but thank you so much. And I do want to tell everyone, if you're part of the exclusive Shane and Simple community that's growing and building, Dr. Fuhrman is going to be back on January 27th. I believe we talked about, and he will be answering questions within the community. So I'm excited about that. So
great.
Is there anything you would like to leave anyone with, Dr. Fuhrman, just as we go today?
No, just that I want them to leave with the encouragement and hope that the body is a very miraculous self-healing machine. And if they have high blood pressure, they can get rid of it. If they have diabetes, they can get rid of it. If they have chest pain, they can get rid of it. If they have osteoarthritic pain in their wrist, they can get rid of it. In other words, if they have asthma, they can get rid of it. That nutritional excellence combined with these modern regenerative techniques we have without drugs enable us to reverse people's diseases and get them well. And so they are in charge of that. They can control their health destiny. I want them to leave with hope and the idea that you don't just take drugs while you're sick the rest of your life. You get well, and they
Yeah.
can do it.
Wow.